The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. It's wonderful to be back with you today. We did well. We had a close call last week with Hurricane Dorian, but we are all good here, and we are sending a lot of prayers and support and just keeping everyone that did have a lot to deal with, especially in the Bahamas, in our prayers and thoughts. So I just wanted to put that out there because nothing like being faced with that and seeing what it could have done. It did not, but we are good. So we are going to talk about quite a bit today, but what is beautiful is it's more focused around an angel, Archangel Haniel. And Haniel is a perfect angel to work with what energies we have going on. We also have a full moon coming up on the 13th, which is tomorrow. Sometimes, for some of you, it might be the 14th, depending on where you're located in the world. But September 13th, we have a full moon in Pisces, which is a spiritual, emotional, feeling kind of sign. And with a lot of the energies that are coming in right now, we have quite a bit where we'll be feeling. The hearts have been pried open for a good year or so, probably more so than that. But I've noticed in the last year, a lot more people, hearts are opening up. And so with this energy, with spiritual awakening, it brings it back up again to another level, which is what we're doing. We're evolving, we're moving. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how this angel can help you when you feel like things are waking up for you. Things are different. You might be feeling emotional, physical signs. You're like, wait, something's just not the same. And it's to not be afraid of ascension, really. Don't be afraid of moving forward. Don't be afraid of your frequency rising to acclimate to a brand new way of life. So Haniel can really help with that. She comes across, and I say she, angels are genderless, as we all know, but this angel comes across with a lot of that feminine side of energy, the nurturing, soothing, comforting. When you are going through things like this, Archangel Haniel's great for when you're working with intuition and moon energy. So see, we have the full moon tomorrow, and all of this is tying together. We also have a planet that's going retrograde right about the same time, Saturn, and I'll explain why that dynamic is coming into play here. And also Jupiter and Mars have some interesting things going on. And because of all of these different angles coming in, it's just part of where we are in 2019. And here we are in September of 2019, and how we're growing and evolving as a world, as humanity. There's a lot here. So I want to discuss how Haniel can help you with those aspects of that energy today, versus making it all about one aspect or the other. How can this angel help us? It's a beautiful, beautiful angel. Now, let's see. Oh, well, okay, we've got them showing up over in the YouTube chat, so I want to say hello to everyone that's joining us live. I've missed you guys. I know I've been in and out, but I can't help it. I know. And for those in the Angel Retreat membership, just a reminder, today at 1 o'clock we have a Zoom call so we can dive into this topic a little bit deeper. So that's for the Angel Retreat members. 1 o'clock. All that information about how to join that call is in your membership. It's 1 o'clock Eastern that I will be in that Zoom live call. So when we go, and that's my co-host. Can you hear her? That's Emmy. I don't know what's going on outside, but she's giving somebody a word or two. So you might hear her barking here and there, so I don't know what's going on outside. But when she really goes, we might have to just let her take the floor because she's pretty loud. And she's on the other side of the house. So anyway, the YouTube channel is Jenn Royster. If you're looking for where that is, I have that embedded on my website, jennroyster.com. We have a live chat open there. We're also live streaming on Facebook through our network, Transformation Talk Radio. And if you can find it on my 2 pages, I've shared it, but it's right over there as well. And they'll help me out if anything comes through on that end. So where are you in your spiritual awakening? Have you been feeling different? Have you been feeling more sensitive to things that you used to be tolerant with? That's one of the questions I want to throw out there right now and have you think about while we're going into the show. I'm noticing with a lot of people that I've been working with and helping that things that, you know, I don't know why this is how they're coming across with it. I don't know why that's bothering me so much. I used to be okay and just, you know, not let it get to me, and now it is. That's a very typical sign of spiritual awakening, and it's not necessarily a negative sign, but I wanted to draw attention to that one a little bit because that's one of the ones that I hear the most. And when we are waking up and maybe opening our heart to feel and become connected again, and if you're not used to feeling so much, and now all of a sudden you are, and these things that you were just so tolerant of before that didn't get to you are, it's because you're ready to move and shift and change, and you don't want that frequency. It's like you don't want that energy to affect your energy. And one of the things that I've been doing that helps me when I'm feeling worn out by it, because I do too, I have been busy, guys. Yes, working with private clients, working, you know, to try to not get blown over by the hurricane, you know, you name it. We've had it going on here too. And I was exhausted. And people's emotions around here they were scared. I mean, it was like that. We were facing something pretty scary. And I could feel all of that. Okay, so I had to take a time out and I had to catch my breath. And one of the things, and I've mentioned this before, when I shield up, I don't try to keep bad things out. I'm trying to keep my good energy in. I'm just trying to keep it in. I'm not trying to be disconnected from them. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't get drained out because I'm still feeling them. My shield helps me stay strong in it versus disconnect me. And that's the intention of that. So I want to share that with you because that's helping me a lot as an empathic healer, intuitive. That is very much how I pick up on energies. And so I don't want to turn off my connections. You know, they're very strong and they're becoming stronger. So that meant you have to like do some upgrades to your shield and, you know, re-strengthen and fortify and things like that. That's what I'm noticing. So for some of us that have been doing this energy clearing, shielding, releasing thing on a regular basis for years, 20, 30 years or more, you might find that you need to upgrade or refresh, renew, rebuild, rejuvenate, renovate, whatever word you want. Think of it like when you have to do some upgrades or repairs on your home. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. That's a good way to explain it. And it wasn't about, okay, I need to protect myself from something negative attacking me as much as it is shifting it to you're empathic, you're connecting, but that doesn't mean you deplete it all out. You stay fortified and you're still able to help. It it made a big difference when I started to change that for myself personally. So I'm sharing my experience. You might want to give that a try. If you find that things are just, wow, I feel like I can hardly keep up. People's emotions, and when they're scared, it was understandable. It's understandable that that's what fight or flight is supposed to do. Get you out of harm's way. Get out of the way when the tree is falling so it doesn't fall on you, kind of thing. Well, that was what was happening. But then when it doesn't shake itself off, or, when things come back down to a normal level and there's still all the fear in the air, that can really wear you down if you are picking up energies from outside of yourself, or maybe your own, because you're dealing with how you feel about it too. So Haniel really came in, and because I said, what can we do here? I'm feeling worn out. What can I do to share? I really was. There was 2 or 3 days where it was like I needed to sleep for 2 or 3 days. I couldn't sleep like that long, but I was tired like that. And I knew it was from all that I had absorbed. So with Haniel, she comes in and soothes why you're picking this up. And working with her with the moon energy, especially a full moon in Pisces, wow, that taps into the intuitive abilities that we all have within us. That taps into how do you connect? How do you pick up on energies? How do you pick up on different things going on? How do you recognize an angel's message? How do you recognize something else? Sometimes I'm picking up people on the other side as well, and which one's which. And Haniel's great to work with if you're building and working on intuitive skills. She has the feminine energy that is divine feminine energy, and that is associated with those abilities. That's the right brain type of things. That's spirituality. That's your beliefs, your intuition. How sensitive you might be to things going on around you. Are the emotions running you all over the place, and you feel like they're just out of control? You may feel like you're going up and down with those emotions. She can help you with that. And I thought, what a great angel to focus on today with all the energy popping up, what we just had, and any type of major earth, like natural things like that. Earth is releasing energy too, whether it's a storm, a tornado, whatever, all of that. There's a lot of built up energy that is absorbed, and Earth lives and breathes. They've shown that in science, that it actually is it breathes. It takes a breath. So it's moving forward, and it's dragging us with, Earth is moving into 5D living, 5th dimension, and it's taking us with it, whether you want to go or not. And if it's getting super bumpy, that would tell you or indicate, ooh, that needs some attention and some aligning and some balancing, some adjusting. When you start to have a lot of crazy, unexplained physical symptoms, and there's nothing wrong, medically you're okay, you've gone and had it checked out or whatever, or emotions are coming up that are difficult, you might be having crazy dreams, you might be just feeling like, I could swear I just saw something, was it there or not? How do you know you're not seeing into another dimension? You might be. Because those things are going to be easier as we raise our frequency. That's how it is, the way I understand it. In order for me to connect with angels or loved ones on the other side, people that have passed on, I raise my frequency because they're in a different dimension that doesn't need a body, which is a higher dimension. And it makes complete sense to me. It makes it easier to connect. So if we're all raising our frequency and going up a little bit, then yeah, more people are going to start to notice things they didn't notice before. I hear that a lot. you might be just feeling like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I am. I just know I need to change it. I can't just go about this routine anymore. You know, back in the day, used to call that the midlife crisis. I don't think it was so much that as it was, because that happens at any age, whenever you're ready to move forward. I think it's when your soul is saying, hey, you know, you've been here for half of it already. Don't you think we ought to, you know, get in alignment with why you came here? That's what I think that is more than anything. I really do. And, you know, I remember back years and years ago where we just felt like, oh, we're going crazy because we're doing that. Yeah, I don't think so much. I think you're aligning. And it goes all over the place trying to align. You go out there and you're trying all, you know, it's everywhere. I know. Been there, done that, get it. But you can't be hard on yourself, and you have to let that go when you're trying to figure out who you are and not just be what everybody else expected you to be. Lots of that going on. So, before we take a quick break, I want to say hello to everybody in YouTube. Hello to Kelly, David, Donna, Kim, Judy, Shadana. Yay, guys. It's great to see you guys there. Missed you guys. I've been missing everybody, I know. And you'll have to forgive me. Next week, it will be 2 more weeks before I'm back on a live show again, because next week was actually a planned event that I have to be gone next week, and then I will be back pretty regular. Last week was not expected, but we're here today. We're going to make the most of this. I want everyone to think about some of the questions you may have about spiritual awakening. Are you seeing signs? Are you finding that you have something going on that you just know something's up? Do you have any questions about it? Let me know in the chat, and when we come back from break, we'll pick back up and we'll just keep powering on. We're talking about Archangel Haniel. We're talking about how this beautiful angel can help you with spiritual awakening and your intuition development. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. We will be right back after the break.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Welcome back to the show. Okay, we got a couple of comments. We're talking about Archangel Haniel. How Haniel can help us with these current energies that are really pulling at the emotional energy, and they are commenting on that. So I am seeing where we have David saying, emotional overload for me, been rough a few days. Kim, same thing, me too. I'm feeling very overwhelmed, can't seem to clear and ground myself. Okay, you are feeling exactly what I'm talking about. So let's talk about how Haniel can help with that, because I actually did for a couple of days. I felt like I just couldn't get my energy back. Has anybody felt the extreme fatigue at all, or just the emotional overwhelmed like just I can't do it? And it's normal stuff. You'll feel like you're overwhelmed by normal tasks that usually don't overwhelm you. Is that what you guys are saying? I'm just waiting for that to come through. Sometimes there's a little bit of delay, so I'm waiting to see if they answer to that. But let me talk about how Haniel helps with this. First of all, she's the energy of love, incredible, comforting and soothing love, joy, vitality. That would help with the fatigue. Okay, and that's what I noticed. The fatigue's the one's getting me. And then I'm one of those ones that'll just cry if I'm tired. And I've always been that way, like, just like cry. And I thought, oh, okay, you're too tired. You got to figure this out. Haniel helped me with that a lot, because the vitality was what I was missing. Passion for life. You know those things that you love to do, and then you just feel like, you just can't quite get your momentum going? Those are some of the things that people are feeling. Yeah, everybody's feeling the anxiety. Yeah, okay, wow, lots going on here. So let me read the rest of this. Everybody's putting it out here. So the fatigue is another one. Worn down. Yep, okay. Some anxiety. Judy. Kelly is saying, I have a lot of big life events I'm currently juggling. It's really freaking my ego out. I'm terrified, but I'm determined to be brave and keep my heart open. Is there anything more I can do? Yep. All of the above is going to be what we're working with Haniel. That's fantastic, guys. And I'm glad you're putting this out here. Thank you for that. Shadana's feeling the fatigue, a lot of exhaustion. Okay, yeah. The vitality is what she can bring in. So what I'm noticing, another thing that she can do, she comes across just like, when you just need, this is going to sound a little goofy, but she's got that feminine energy that's just nurturing and soothing, like, when you need a hug from grandma or your mom, like, that kind of thing when we were kids, that comfort that you're looking for, the whoopee, the blankie, whatever it is. She just comes in and just, here we are adults handling all of this life. The energy has pried our hearts open, so we're feeling it more, but we're calibrating to this new frequency that we're not used to. We are in a higher frequency now, which is why we're feeling like, whoa. So if you were trying to run faster and you hadn't trained to run faster or longer, you would feel that more. Like, whoa, that's hard. That's what this is like. If you were lifting weights and then you decided to go up to a heavier weight you're not used to, you're going to feel that at the beginning. That's what we're feeling here, guys. Because you absolutely can do it. It just feels at first it's like, oh man, I don't know. But believe it or not, this is an opportunity to train to get stronger, okay? And I know, because I feel it too. Another thing that she's very good at is emotional healing. The emotions, the overwhelm, I'm kind of scared of my own thoughts kind of thing. I know that's out there. I'm just going to throw it right on the table because I know it's out there. She has this energy that just, it's powerful. It feels like this rock, this strength when you just feel so tired and you can't hang on anymore. Haniel brings it. And, when you just feel like, I just don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can, all the messy emotions. I mean, the sadness, sometimes you get down in the dumps or you feel depression because you just feel like you can't keep up. She's good. She's really good. And she brings this I'm going to carry you. I'm going to support you so you can catch your breath. And then we're going to show you that you can do this. And it's like she comes in and it's like, you've got this. Take a deep breath. Slow down. Catch your breath. She reminds me of the breath a lot because remember, your breath is your physical kill switch that you can snap and flip over to stop the anxiety, panic kind of thing. So when you're in this, you are taking this big, deep breath. Let Haniel come in and soothe and hold you. She has like a pale moonlight color whenever I know she's around because she works with moon energy. Moon energy works with emotional energy. So now we have a Pisces energy that's this full moon's Pisces. So it will be bringing, and I'm going to go into some of that next because it will go, it brings this, you know, yes, it brings the emotions up more. The intuition is heightened, so you will feel and pick up more. But don't be afraid of that. You don't want to be afraid of that. She doesn't want you to be afraid. She wants to help you with it. So if you are, and I'm reading that everybody had to take a day off because of the exhaustion. Yes, it's like spiritual energy exhaustion. I get it. I so get it. Oh, man. And then, you're actually helping me, by the way, right now, know that I wasn't the only one feeling that. That was what I was feeling. I kept looking to make sure I was eating right. Make sure you are, by the way. Eat things that give you the energy on the physical side of it. It's okay to rest. Sometimes when we go through big surges of ascension or frequency shift, we have to rest to recalibrate because that's when your body repairs physically, is when you rest. Sometimes you just do. And, if any of you have been raised with that thinking, you can't really take the day off until you're about to fall on your face. There's a difference here with this, and it gets interesting, but depending on what your job is, or will they let you take a time out, a personal day, things like that, because if you need, it changes when you go into the spiritual awakening or higher frequency, because instead of waiting until you are sick or fully exhausted, you take the day before you get to that. And that feels weird, right? It feels like, well, I don't feel like I should take it because I'm still good. It's a different mindset, and I know it won't exactly be very easy in some situations. It's not even easy for me in some, but it's one of the things that I have tested because I had the ability to do that. It kept me from getting very, very sick. It kept me from getting way beyond what I could recover. So as soon as I feel fatigue, it's like, okay, I got to make it a priority. I got to work on it. I had to do some meditation. I had to do some soul searching. I had to reevaluate, and this was within the last week, but I was also facing some mortality, a possible, annihilation of my area with that crazy hurricane. But I had to reevaluate, where was I? Am I where I want to be? And this energy, it will help you do that, because if you're going inward, if you're going intuitive, if you're going deeper, if you're working with this full moon energy in Pisces, all these emotions are coming up, all this overwhelm, all of this, oh my gosh, I got to get a grip here. It's kind of like, instead of trying to hold them and contain them and control them, it's like, release it, let it go, let it move, let it just do its thing. I thought, ooh, that's an idea. So this is like a meditative thing I'm talking about. So it calmed me a lot. And when she came through, when I was working with Haniel this week, made all the difference in the world. The things that I thought, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is just too much. She came right through. And like I said, it's like that moonlight color, that bluish, soft moonlight color. And it just takes and pulled all that low energy, that heavy emotion, that overwhelm. It just pulled it off. So I would love to walk you through one of those today. We're going to do that when we come back from the break. We'll do a short kind of walk you through how you can do that with her. Absolutely incredible. She is just got this energy that makes working with full moons and releasing so you can move forward, especially all these emotions, incredibly calming and soothing. That's the part that's my favorite. Absolutely my favorite. Now, I want to, skipping one of the breaks because I want to talk a little bit more about this, and then in the last section we'll do that meditation I'm talking about. Because I want to tell you how she can help with some of these other aspects that are coming in. So the full moon is the 13th of September, like I said, in Pisces. It's very deep, transformative energy. It will, this one, I want you to know that the emotions will probably be there, okay? Because this one's going to show you things that you had no idea were there. It's just going to reveal some things that you need to know. And that doesn't mean a negative, but it might be a surprise, okay? They might be unexpected. It's called a harvest moon. The September moon is a harvest moon, and it's a cleansing moon. It's very cleansing, but these are things that we have to not be afraid to see. Some of the emotions and anxieties are nervous about. It's almost like, what are you afraid you're going to see? And that's fear. That's just fear, full-blown fear right there. Fear of what? Fear of the truth? You know, fear of, of what? You see, there's this truth that wants to show you some very important aspects of yourself. So Pisces is a watery sign, so it will feel emotional, okay? And it might bring some repressed things up that you haven't, you felt like were down. And they're coming up for cleansing and releasing. So all of these things you guys are feeling that you're describing, please know it's more like, you know what? It's like feel the fear and do it anyway. You're going to feel the emotions and then just release it anyway. Apply it that way. That was working. I found that to help me a lot. And so I'm just sharing that. It's also a sensitive. You might be a little more sensitive to things. Things might, affect you more, more highly sensitive. Take a deep breath. Do not be hard on yourself. Retreat. Give yourself some space and time if you need it. I know that I have to. If I have been working and dealing with a lot of other emotions and helping other people, which I have been in the last couple of weeks, a lot, sometimes you just have to catch your breath. Sometimes you go, okay. And then I have to make sure I've cleared out and no lingering anything from anybody I've helped or my own. That's important. Haniel can help with that. Because sometimes we feel like no matter what I do to clear, no matter what I do to put a shield up, it's not working. I can't keep my focus. Yes, I can't ground, like I believe Kim was mentioning earlier. I can't seem to ground. Haniel, let Haniel help you. Just say, you know what? I need some help. I need some. And it's interesting because the Pisces energy it's kind of associated with, your feet, believe it or not, because the Pisces energy might be stirring that up. That might be why you're feeling like you can't ground. And because you got chakras everywhere, even these little tiny ones, not just the main 7. There's a lot of them in your hands, feet, elbows, knees, everywhere. And that makes sense to me a little bit, why it was making it more difficult. But then with that intention, you can bring it right back into a place where, you know what, I've got this. you might need to get some creativity going on and maybe change up your routine. It might be something like that. So the energy is intense. Yes, it's intense, but it's intense to bring it up. And you guys are all feeling that. I'm seeing that right now, that you're all feeling that. We will probably address some of the areas that we feel stuck or rigid or refuse to change. That might pop up for some of you, not everybody, but that might pop up where, wait a minute, what I thought, what I could swear was the tried and true, it's not quite right anymore. It's like, be open to whatever needs to change and shift or go away. That's coming up with this one. So this is a big moon, guys. This one's a big one. These emotions, all that, yeah. But this is necessary for us to move and evolve forward. It's so necessary. So we need to get grounding will be necessary. I know you were having trouble with it, but with that intention, ask Haniel to help you ground, because the Pisces energy is spinning things up. And Pisces energy kind of goes in all these different directions anyway. It's an emotional sign that just feels like it goes all over the place. I understand that. But it's also to stir it up. It reminds me of the rattles that a shaman would use to shake around an energy, to bust up heavy, dense energy in the aura of a person, to help release heavy, dense energy. This is like shaking it up so it can get loosened and dislodged, so you can get rid of it. And when I looked at it that way, that was like, I like it. That makes sense. That absolutely made sense. Now, I'm watching the time. So it is going to feel heavy, guys. It's going to feel heavy. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Yay, that's why you're feeling it now, probably, because it's coming. It's like right here. Now, Saturn is going direct. I wanted to mention that, and this is another area that Haniel can help with as well. That's happening on the 18th of September. And that it's been in retrograde since April. Okay, so now it's going forward. So Saturn is more of a, looking at clearing the karmic, the old. It's about, getting things, done, moving. It's a stern kind of teacher. It sometimes is very, direct. It's like strength. What do you rely on? What do you need to stop relying on? What do you need to do to go forward? What do you need to get rid of? It kind of comes across very authoritative sometimes. So if you're just feeling like that about some things, that's why. But it's going direct, which means whatever you figured out while it was retrograde in the review time, like, yeah, I need to change this or that in my direction, my path. This one is the one that can kind of adjust and work with the heavy energy in lives, the tough stuff. Things that just need to get worked out, things that need be more investigated, things that need a better plan. It's like a reorganization of something that is very important. It's a structure of life. Some people are kind of nervous about the karmic part of things, and this one comes up to that, and some of it can be tough. But we can also, this is where Haniel comes in on this, and I love, love, love this. Haniel's also known as the grace of God. Karma turned to grace. She can help with this part, not to be afraid of it. That's the whole thing, because any karmic patterns that we had before, they're up for resolving, transmuting, and releasing so we can move forward. They're not to punish you. They're more to help you with your lessons and your soul growth. So see, Haniel can help with that when those things pop up. And I love that, because grace she has, love she has. She has this beautiful, nurturing support. So that was the other thing. Now Jupiter, here you got that going on. So you got all this stuff coming up that, okay, it's time. I've been reviewing it. Now I need to do something. Now I need to take responsibility. Now I need to just go. That's all Saturn. That's all, being the grown-up. Let's do this. Let's be responsible. I know. It's that, but you can do it. Now, the other one that I did want to address is Jupiter. Jupiter is coming in tomorrow, same thing. And what was Jupiter about? Expansion. So if you've been feeling cranky, if you've been feeling burned out, if you've been feeling impulsive, that's probably Jupiter energy pulling things up to the surface for you. Haniel again can help a lot with this. This one's going direct on the 11th. Okay, so it's still there. Jupiter's still there, but it's aligning with Mars right now in this energy today and tomorrow. And that'll go till about the 19th of the month for about a week. So in this next week, it amplifies where everything's feeling so busy, so active. It's an expansive planet. Mars is a proactive one. So if you put those two together, you have, I want to reach further. I want to try to go up to another level. I want to go further out and try something else. And then you have Mars with it. It's like, yeah, let's just do it. Like go, go, go. So you're going to feel like, then you have this Pisces emotion and you're going, yeah, but that's why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And it is not to make you crazy. It's to help bring it all into your awareness. So then you can be at the wheel of your journey here and navigate more efficiently. So I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back in the last segment, I want to guide you through a meditation with Archangel Haniel that will just be a blessing for all of us right now, because we don't all have the same things going on in our lives, but we're all feeling a common denominator. We're tired, we're overwhelmed, and we're feeling emotional about it. So when we come back, we're going to do that. So if you are in a place where you can close your eyes and settle for that, great. If not, this is always on the archive. You can take it and do it later. And it will only be for just a couple of minutes. So I like to keep them around 5 minutes or so with things like this because I think they're very efficient that way. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. We'll be right back after the break.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Welcome back to the show. It's our last segment. I want to walk you through just a short meditation with Archangel Haniel and how this can soothe and calm things as you're going through this current energy. So remember, you can listen to it later if you can't right now. And let's just start. Settle in, get comfortable, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, shake out the hands if they feel tense. I bet a lot of you have shoulders up into your ears, right? Do you feel that? Well, intentionally shrug them and then let them go, and then you can see how high they were. A lot of times when we have that going on, we're also shallow breathing. So we're not taking that breath in that can calm our bodies down. That kill switch, remember? So as you're kind of being aware of how you feel or where you feel tension in your body, take a nice deep breath. Make sure you take a full breath in. Place your hands on your belly so you can make sure you're expanding and filling your body with breath. Take life in. Just let life be. Let it flow in. And we're going to use the colors of the moonlight because that's the way I know Haniel. But it's kind of if you had a blue pearl, it would be kind of like the mixture of a pearl white with blue. That's the color. And just completely feel that you have this light completely around you, completely surrounding you. So if you were in your shield or bubble, it would be this blue, beautiful, pearl-esque type of color. And take a deep breath again. Just get into a comfortable, deep breathing pattern. When you exhale, you're letting go. When you're breathing in, you're embracing and being present, taking life in. With gratitude, we take in life and we think, thank you, thank you. Haniel comes in and just soothes the entire atmosphere around you. Imagine everything just calming down and feeling like you could just float in this beautiful color. Imagine yourself floating inside this round bubble of blue light. The blue is calming and it's peaceful. And you want to ask Haniel to help you with some things that you're struggling with. So everyone has something different out there, but some of the common ones we were hearing was, I am so tired. Help me to find and rejuvenate my energy so I can apply and be proactive in the things I love to do. Thank you for wrapping that beautiful love and light that's filled with joy and passion for life and vitality to help me let go of all of these heavy feelings that I have, these emotions, the lower energies that I feel anchoring me down. Help me to let them go. On the out breath, you let them go. Take in more of that beautiful blue light. Help me to find my personal power, to be passionate about the things that I do, excited to wake up in the morning and apply myself, to be living here and be a part of it. Thank you, Archangel Haniel, for helping me with these things. Help me to grow my intuitive gifts. Help me with my creative projects. All of these things are connected. Creativity, spiritual, intuition. If you have some project you want to do, Haniel's great for that. Help me just to release all these obstacles that are just holding me down. And I breathe in and I accept life. I am here. I am full of vitality. Shift what you're saying behind I am. I am full of passion for life. I am happy to be here and present. I am rejuvenated and full of energy to go out and apply myself, to start my projects, my creative ideas, to share the love and joy that I feel inside of me with the rest of the world. Thank you, Haniel, for picking me up, helping me to brush myself off and get right back in the game. This game of life, this game that we are here to learn and grow on our soul level. Thank you, Haniel, for helping me. So you see, guys, as you breathe this in, you take that love and that light and that energy and that essence of this beautiful divine angel in. This will fill the space that empties as you release out on your exhale the things that you have to let go of, those emotions. Remember, change what you're saying behind I am. Now we're not going to say I am exhausted, I am rejuvenated. Give it some time to work. You might need to do it for a couple of days. We have a week here of some pretty good energy to do a lot of deep house cleaning on a soul level. With that last deep breath, you take in life, you love life, you're ready to go out there and feel stronger, you're ready to feel supportive, you're ready to support yourself. Exhale the rest of it, and so it is. Thank you so much, Haniel. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show today. I hope this has helped. I find that it does. Just visualizing and being in it and claiming it brings those energies in from whatever it is you're working with. Your thoughts, your intentions, your beliefs are very powerful tools for manifesting the reality you want to live in. All metaphysical stuff we're talking about here. But it's making so much more sense as we move forward and we're growing into a new way of life. I don't have much time. We're about to go. So I want to remind everybody, if you're in the Angel Retreat membership, we're going to still continue this topic. We're going to go deeper into some of the other aspects, share some of our experiences. We have that scheduled today at 1 o'clock Eastern. Just go to your membership and you'll be able to find how to log into that. I'll be there live for that today. I want everyone to know that we are feeling a lot. It feels emotional. And some of us are grieving that things that we've had to let go of, I know. It could be people, it could be a way of life, it could be we had to just everything. It's okay to have loved and miss it. I understand that. And I'm not saying you're just going to stop feeling any of that. But it will shift and be directed into an energy that's more productive and positive for you to help you create and build your new way, your new movement forward. And that's what you're doing. Let Haniel help you so you don't feel like it's just going to swallow you up. I know it can feel that way. Honor yourself, give yourself self-love, rest when you need to, eat healthy things, really nourish your body. It's going through a lot of upgrades right now. The body is really adjusting and aligning as fast as it can. We want to support that. And when you're really tired, you're probably going through some major upgrades because you need to sleep for the body to repair. So don't look at it as a negative so much. If everybody's gone and you know you're medically okay, then just don't panic about that. Thank you, Archangel Haniel. Thank you guys for listening. We are out of time. I will see you in 2 weeks here on the live show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.JennRoyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.